Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video and another episode of Mix Set Monday. This is the series where you guys submit any cool or new mix sets that you've been working on, and then each week we pick our favourites to showcase in these episodes alongside any that we ourselves, that's me, TwoSixNine or Paralysis, have been working on and think you guys might like to see. If you guys missed last week's episode, then you can find it linked down below. However, this week we've worked hard to bring you guys some really cool and different sets. One of the main complaints from last week was that a lot of the mix sets invariably used Dragon King Eye Patch or the Dober Male, and I get that. I mean, they're really good armor pieces with slots, so it's no wonder a lot of people use them. But this week we've got some really good and different sets with no Dragon King Eye Patch in sight. So if you do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated. And be sure to comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and if you want to submit your own set, then stick around to the end of the video for full details. Now, kicking things off with the community submission this week, we have a Paralysis Insect Glaive set from Crystallize or Maymay on the Arekkz Gaming Discord. It does once again feature the Kirin Disco pants, so as always, I will be using the samurai pants to hide these so nobody can laugh at me. But this is comprised of the Basil Helm Beta, the Dober Male Beta, the Kaiser Van Braces Alpha, the Nogigante Coil Beta, and the Kirin Leg Guards Beta. Your charm is the Earplugs Charm 3, and the weapon of choice is the Aerial Rod 2 Insect Glaive. Super easy to make, straight down the bone tree, but it has hidden paralysis element, hence why we need those Kirin legs. On the decoration front, you're then going to want 1 Release Jewel 3, 2 Mighty Jewel 2s, 3 Paralyzer Jewel 1s, a Tenderizer Jewel 2, and an Attack Jewel 1. Altogether, this then gives you Earplugs level 5, making you immune to all monster roars, which is pretty handy if you want to be darting around the sky with the Insect Glaive or using those roar windows to inflict some paralysis combos on the monster. Attack boost level 5, giving you plus 15 attack and 5% affinity. Paralysis attack level 3 for that 20% paralysis build up, and given that Insect Glaive is a relatively fast attacking weapon, provided you're doing the right combos, then you can see this effect proc quite frequently. You then have Free Element level 3. Since the paralysis status on the Insect Glaive of choice is hidden, we need this to awaken it to its full potential. You have Weakness Exploit level 3, granting you 50% affinity when striking weak spots. And then finally, from those two decorations, you have Maximum Might, which gives you a further 20% affinity when your stamina is full. And Maymay noted in the submission that the decision behind Maximum Might was that when you're doing your core damage combos, you are largely grounded, especially if you're focusing on that paralysis. And it's only really when you're airborne that you're burning through your stamina, so you can actually get pretty good value out of this. And that's true. For damage, your ground combos are with the Insect Glaive where it's at. Even if darting around the sky is crazy fun, it's not always the most efficient way to play. That being said, if you do find yourself using a lot of stamina, you could just as easily swap out those two decorations for something like Agitator instead and just go with that. But either way, this is a really nice set. The earplugs are a great addition, allowing you to continue attacking through monster roars, and the paralysis is a great CC option, nice if you are perhaps farming Pickle at the moment. And speaking of Pickle, that brings us nicely onto our next set. One of ours this week from TwoSixNine. This is a Dragon Damage set, built with the Devil Joe melee weapons in mind. This is comprised of the Wrathsoul Helm Beta, the Rathalos Male Beta, the Kaiser Van Braces Beta, the Nogigante Coil Beta, and the Death Stench Heal Beta. Your charm is the Attack Charm 3, and your weapon, in this instance, we've got the Devil Joe Dual Blades equipped, but in truth, this can work with any Dragon Element weapon. It doesn't even have to be Devil Joe exclusively. It could be Nogigante, for example, but since this set has Handicraft on it, it works really nicely with the Devil Joe weapons since they get White Sharpness with enough Handicraft. On the decoration front, we then have 2 Dragon Jewel 1s. Now remember, for these, you don't need to max out the Dragon Attack skill. You only need to go as far as the element cap. So for most weapons, that's usually 2, sometimes 3 in a select element. If you look at the weapon when applying the decorations, if the elemental number doesn't change when going to add the next one, then you've hit the cap. So in this instance, we only need 2 Dragon Jewels. This can vary from weapon to weapon, but keep that in mind. You also want 2 Attack Jewel 1s, 1 Sharp Jewel 2, 1 Critical Jewel 2, and finally there's a spare slot. Now, there's a few things you could do here. If you're fighting Devil Joe, you could gem in something like Deathlock to reduce the chance of defense down, or you could even sacrifice Max Attack Boost and gem it in completely. Need some more health? Throw in Vitality. Want some more affinity? Throw in Critical Eye. The nice thing about this set is that it does have some flexibility if you want to customize it a little bit. But altogether, this will give you the Rathalos 2-piece set bonus, Critical Element, increasing elemental damage when landing critical hits, Attack Boost level 7 for that plus 21 attack and 5% affinity, Weakness Exploit level 3, again for 50% affinity when striking weak spots, Dragon Attack level 2 to push you up to the element limit, Critical Boost level 2 to increase your critical hit damage to 135%. Remember that the wording on this skill is wrong. Your default critical hit damage is 125%. This merely boosts that to 135%. You also have Handicraft level 2, just enough to push the weapon into White Sharpness, and then to pair with that you have Protective Polish, so that your weapon sharpness doesn't deplete for 60 seconds after sharpening, allowing that white sharpness slither to go further. So all up, this is a really nice dragon attack set. Pair it with your favourite dragon melee weapon, any of the new Devil Joe weapons are great, and take advantage of that element. Then finally, the last set this week is from me. I've been getting a lot of questions recently about the set that I've been wearing in some of my videos, the Zora Mix set, so I figured I'd share that with you guys today. It's a blast set that can again be used with most weapons, but I personally use it with the sword and shield. It's comprised of the Zora Headgear Alpha, the Zora Hide Beta, the Kaiser Vambraces Alpha, the Zora Spine Beta, and the Death Stench Heel Beta. The charm is the Attack Charm 3, and as mentioned, my weapon of choice is the Teostra's Emblem Sword and Shield. You could use this with any blast weapon to be honest, but it's especially good with Teostra ones because once again they can get white sharpness with handicraft, so that's some added damage on top. As for decorations, not too much here to be honest. 1 Tenderizer Duel 2, 1 Attack Duel 1, 1 Sharp Duel 2, and 2 Expert Duel 1s. Altogether, this then gives you the Zora Magdaros 3-piece set bonus, Critical Status, which increases abnormal status effect damage when landing hits. Attack boost level 4, just enough to unlock that bonus 5% affinity, as well as the plus 12 attack. Blast attack level 3, increasing blast build-up by 20%. Weakness exploit level 3, again for that 50% affinity on striking weak spots. Handicraft level 3, increasing weapon sharpness by 30. Critical Eye level 2, giving you a further 6% affinity. Fortify level 1, this is just part of the Zora gear, but it doesn't hurt. If you fall in battle, then it increases your attack and defense, and this can stack twice, so while you shouldn't plan to die, if it happens, at least you come back stronger. And then finally, Protective Polish, again allowing you to maintain that white sharpness for longer. So all up, it's a nice blast set that can, as mentioned, be used with most blast weapons, but I personally run it with the sword and shield. It attacks fast, procs frequently, and also, most importantly, looks pretty badass. But that, my friends, is pretty much it for this week. Hopefully you guys like the sets. If you want to submit your own set for future episodes, then you can either email the details to mixsetmonday@gmail.com and send over a screenshot of the gear page and the decoration page, so that I know what skills and decorations to use. Or join the Arekkz Gaming Discord and submit it in the Mixset submission thread. And you can also head over to the Mixset discussion thread if you want to chat ideas, get some pointers, or just in general be a part of the conversation. But for the time being, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.